guys, so I'm going to be reading chapter 19 of Captain Underpants 19 and 20, so let's begin. Chapter 19, Who is Wedgie Maggie? George and Harold stopped by the thrift store on their way home to buy a bunch of supplies for Tuesday. The checkout lady gave them a very strange look as they walked up to the cash register. "What are these dresses for?" asked the lady. "They're for school," said Harold. Oh, said the lady. When they got home, the two boys sat in George's bedroom and counted Kipper's stolen money. It totaled $916. "I feel like Robin Hood," said George. "What should we do with all this dough?" "I think we should use it to buy lunches for all the kindergartners," said Harold. "That's what it was supposed to be used for in the first place," George agreed, and he picked up the phone and called the Pickle Pizza place. "Can you guys deliver pizza to the elementary school around noon tomorrow?" "Around noon tomorrow?" he said. "Really? Awesome. We'll take 5 large cheese pizzas, 5 large pepperoni pizzas, and 5 large black olive pineapple. George discussed the details and arranged to drop off the payment in the morning. "We're all set for lunch tomorrow," said George. "Cool," said Harold. The next morning on the way to school, George and Harold walked by Pickwa Pizza Place. Palance. It wouldn't open until 11 a.m., but that didn't matter. George took out an envelope, filled it with money, coupons, instructions, and a tip for the delivery guy, and dropped it through the mail slot on the front door. George and Harold had a very busy day ahead of them. They got to school early and unlocked the door to their secret restroom stall as the two boys unloaded their supplies and arranged their stills. They heard the sounds of the other students being to arrive today. Sounded just like any other day, but things at Jerome Hort's elementary school were starting to change. Kipper stood by the entrance of the school like normal, but he wasn't just stealing money from the kindergartners. Informationally, he seemed a little and shaky, like he hadn't gotten a lot of sleep. The night before, Kipper's 3 buddies who usually stuck close to his side were keeping their distance from him. Loogie, Buggy, and Frankenstein all watched Kipper with the worry looks on their face. Kipper grabbed every kid who came towards the door and asked them all the same question. "Who is Wedgie Maggie?" Nobody outside the school had ever heard of Wedgie Maggie, but inside the school, George and Harold were busy spreading rumors about the mystery strange. "Did you hear about Wedgie Maggie?" George asked. Harold loudly near a group gossiped Gerald. "Yes," said Harold, even louder. "I know Wedgie Maggie is a ghost." "Me too," said Harold. "I heard Wedgie Maggie haunts the hallways of this very school looking for revenge." "Revenge again too," said Harold intensely. Again Kipper Krupp cried, George in a booming whisper. The gossip girl listened closely as George continued. "I heard that Kipper Krupp got cursed by the ghost of Wedgie Maggie." "Heavens no," cried Harold. What for being mean to kindergartners, said George. Wedgie Maggie is a patron ghost of kindergartners. I did not know that, said Harold. Oh, poor Kipper. Poor Kipper, poor Kipper. George and Harold walked away, shaking their heads with pity. The wide-eyed group of gossipy girls had been rendered uncharacteristically speechless. Quickly they began sending frantic texts to all of their friends about the horrible ghost of Wedgie Maggie. Within an hour, the whole school knew the terrible truth about Wedgie Maggie. It didn't take long before the information made that stupid Kipper. There's no such thing as a ghost. Yeah, said Lugly, but I've heard ghosts through the walls and even lockers. Maybe ghosts stole all of that money yesterday. That's a bunch of bunk, said Kipper. What's a ghost gonna do with the money? Maybe he'll give it back to the kindergartners, said Franken. I heard Wedgie Maggie was a friend of all the kindergartners. Excuse me, said a pizza delivery guy holding 15 large pizza boxes. Supposed to deliver these to the kindergartners. You guys know where the cafeteria is? Down the hall, said Kipper. Hey, who ordered all those pizzas? I don't know, said the delivery guy. I never saw him. I think his name was Wedgie something. Kipper grasped. You never saw him? Nope, said the delivery guy. Nobody's have ever seen him, but he's pretty good, Kipper. Chapter 20, Tuesday afternoon. Lunchtime was a great success. All the kindergartners loved their pizzas and pop, and nobody seemed to mind that it had all been bought and paid for by the ghost-haunted pizza tastes the best, said Freddie Moore, and the other kindergartners couldn't have agreed more. After school, Kipper unlocked his locker and once again put his padlock on the top of the locker, and just like yesterday, George pulled on the long strip of paper, switching Kipper's padlock with their own. Kipper grabbed George and Harold's padlock, clicked it closed on his locker, and pulled hard to make sure it was really locked tightly. It was. Once the hallways were empty, George and Harold got back to work. George unlocked Kipper's locker while Harold filled up with pretty lacy dresses, making sure their bows looked beautiful and their ruffles were just right. George typed another text message on Kipper's phone and left a new envelope beside it. Then they locked the door with Kipper's lock and set everything up so it would work again the same way tomorrow. Are you sure we can't stay here and watch the fun? Asked Harold. We better not, said George. They are about to get even uglier. Okay, guys, that was the end of this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Turn on the bell notifications. Let's do the handshake. Boom. No. Alright, guys. Let's not. So, yeah, guys. Have a great rest of your guys' evening. 3, 2, 1. Pew, pew, pew. Yep. Let's send it, guys.